Hi, I'm Fran, and I'm going to show you some features of our free app, Thermal Analysis for iOS. I'm going to be using an iPad and the FLIR 1 thermal camera. This one has a lightning connector because it's for iOS. So I'm going to go ahead and start my thermal analysis app and attach the camera. In order to start a new experiment, I tap the plus, and then I have to turn on the camera so that the app will recognize it. In a moment, we'll get an image on the screen. And there's our image, and we can see that my hand is much warmer than the table. The first experiment I'd like to show you takes advantage of spot thermometers and the delta function. I have two pieces of paper, one black and one white. I'm going to lay them under the camera so that you can see them. And then I'm going to bring my light over so that you'll also be able to see it. So what we're seeing here is that the black paper is warming up more than the white paper. However, it looks like the camera is not quite aligned properly, so what I'm going to do is tap on the alignment feature and then pull this over a little bit until it matches better. So what I can do here is I can place two spot thermometers, one on the white paper and one on the black paper, and get an idea of the temperatures versus time via a graph, which is very nice, but what we might be interested in this particular experiment is not so much what the temperatures are, but what the difference in the temperature is. So I'm going to save this video, and I'm going to come back to it. All of my videos are saved if I want them. I've come back to this experiment, and now I'm going to change the graph mode to delta. And now it's going to graph between these 2 points the difference in temperature, even though those two temperatures are still given on the screen. So I can look and see that my difference in temperature looks like about 3.5 degrees Celsius. So that's one way to use this. And you can find this experiment on our website. I'm going to go back and start a new experiment. And for this one, I'm just going to do a little demonstration. Different materials have different properties. So I have a piece of clear acrylic here, and the piece of clear acrylic is perfectly transparent to visible light. However, if I put my hand in the path of the camera and I pass the acrylic over my hand, you can see that the acrylic makes my hand almost completely disappear. The outline you're seeing comes from the visible camera on the FLIR 1. The third experiment I'm going to show you takes advantage of the ability of the app to graph temperature versus time, which is really awesome. I'm going to remove the iPad from the tripod, and I'm going to turn the camera around so that it's actually facing the front of the iPad. And I'm going to lay it down so that when I lean over it, I'll actually be able to see my face. And for this experiment, you can see my glasses here. They're substantially cooler than my face because they block infrared, so I'm not going to wear them for this. A couple of things. First, I'm going to switch this to mirror mode, so now my image moves with me. And the second thing I'm going to do is adjust the alignment a little bit so that my nose matches the cold spot on my face, because my nose is colder than the rest of my face. Probably true for you too. So what I'm interested in here is my respiration rate. So I'm actually going to be looking at the temperature, and not the average temperature, but the minimum temperature of the region around my nose as I breathe. I'm going to breathe for about 30 seconds here. So there's my data. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of adjustment on this experiment. All my experiments are saved, so I can come back to this. And I'm just going to move that region, so I'm making sure that I'm just getting my nose and I'm not getting any of the surrounding area, which is also cool. And this way you'll really be able to see the change in temperature of the air going into cooler, my nostrils, and the air coming back out of my nostrils, warmer. So I can look at this data and I can see that by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in 30 seconds, I took about 6 breaths. So in a minute, that would be 12 breaths. So 12 breaths per minute is my respiration rate right now. Pretty cool, huh? So once again, Thermal Analysis app is free on the App Store, and you can purchase the FLIR One camera for iOS from Vernier.